Okay, so we have fractions over fractions. This is called a complex fraction, or like Melissa likes to call it, the double-decker fraction. That's true. When we think of double-decker like ice cream or something yummy and wonderful, but this is a fraction, not quite as naturally desirable. Anyway, it's a complex fraction is the official name. It's a fraction over a fraction, and it's just ugly. So basically, we want to simplify it. We want it to just become a normal fraction because it's just messy and ugly the way it is. These come up all the time in higher math and science. You'll be doing something in chemistry or physics or not biology as much, but anytime math is used in like chemistry or physics or engineering, you'll do some kind of real life application thing, and you'll end up with a fraction over a fraction, and you need to clean that up because it's just messy. And what do? Well, that's what we're doing here today. What do you do? Well, let me remind you. It's actually a pretty simple thing. Well, let me just do it, and then I'll tell you the why. You basically grab the one. Should I do it that way? Yeah, let's do it that way. You grab the one on the bottom, and you flip it up. So it's going to become 7 over 12 times 22 over 17. What just happened there? Well, I flipped it. I'm bumping my whole screen there. Okay, I flipped it. Flip and multiply is what we could call it. Flip and multiply. So you grab what you've got in the denominator, you flip it upside down. See how it's been flipped upside down? And now it's times. Well, what just happened? Well, really, what just happened is what we've done before. What do I mean? Well, 7/12 over 17/22. What does over mean? It means divide, doesn't it? You know that. So really, you could write this thing sideways like that. Right now I'm just showing you the why. This is the why. Why is it correct to just flip and multiply? Why is that correct to do? Well, it's because when you have a big old fraction, that really means divide, right? We know a fraction bar means divide, doesn't it? So it's really the top divided by the bottom, which means you could write it sideways or vertical, either one. Okay, so what? What does that mean? Well, and then we know what to do with this. What do you do with when you have divide? You keep, change, flip, right? You keep the first one the same. You change the middle to times, and you flip the one on the right. Well, that's exactly what we just did. We flipped the one on the bottom, which is the same thing as the right. We flipped it, and we changed to multiply. What? Now, why is it okay to keep changing? Because dividing and multiplying are just upside down, right? Like if you take 10 divided by 2, 10 candy bars divided among 2 kids, 5 candy bars per kid. Or if you say, I'm going to give you half of times my 10 candy bars, that's the same answer. That's the same thing, right? Dividing by a number is the same as multiplying by the upside down of that number. We know that just from real life experience. So all of that to say, when you look at a big old fraction over fraction, realize it's just dividing, and dividing is just upside down multiplying. So just grab the one on the bottom. That's the same thing as being the one on the right, and flip it and change to multiplication. We just changed to dividing to upside down multiplying. All right, now let's finish up the problem from here. What does this equal? Well, these two can both divide by 2, can't they? That'd be 11, that'd be 6. So then, so we have 7 over 6 times 11 over 17, right? And then just multiply. 7 times 11, 77, 6 times 17. Use a calculator if you need to, 1642. I think it's 102, 16. Yeah, 102. And that's it. We're done. And what did we accomplish? This is now a lot cleaner, nicer looking, simpler than that, right? This is just a normal fraction, 77 over 102, instead of a big old complex double-decker fraction. And so how do we do it? When you have a fraction over a fraction, you grab the one on the bottom, you flip it and multiply, because it's dividing, and dividing is upside down multiplying. And there we go.